Lanika and Kirsten, and they all say that they cannot control their need to eat things like scabs and chalk dust, Comet, and toilet paper. So Lanika here, she's eats the toilet paper. And I heard that you tell my producers that you feel like an addict. Like, what kind of addict do you feel like?
Well, you know how people have their own addictions and they do drugs or they're addicted to alcohol. Well,
you said like a crack addict.
Yes.
That's what you told them. Wow.
Yes.
I mean, you know, when we think about a crack addict, we think like,
yeah, like they hide and go do stuff.
really very aggressive, very like they cannot control it, and it
Right.
just has totally transformed them from who they used to be. So that's how you feel about your addiction with toilet tissue.
Yes.
Okay, so when did you first like look at toilet tissue and say, I want to eat that?
Well, it all started when I was younger. And
how old?
Like 12 or 13.
Okay.
And it was past me and my brother's bedtime, and my mother wouldn't let us go down for water. So me and my brothers, we went into the bathroom and we put the water on the toilet tissue and began to sucking it. And I guess I kind of became an addict to it then.
Really? So
Yes.
it tasted good?
Yes.
Was it scented?
No.
I'm not trying to laugh, y'all. Y'all are laughing. But I'm just curious. I'm thinking, because, like, you know, they have the different scents. And these days, they're doing all different types of scents. So I'm thinking that maybe that's what it was. So it wasn't like a flavor.
No.
Okay, so now tell me about the craving. Like, you're sitting there and, like, on the toilet, actually, and you crave the taste. How does it feel like in your mouth and going down your throat? Because you're not sucking on it anymore. You're actually swallowing it.
Yes. Like toilet paper, you know, as it goes down the drain, it dissolves in the water. So it kind of dissolves in my mouth. And when it does, like I like when it's kind of blocking my airway and then I swallow it, I like that. And I like the feeling on my tongue.
So it blocks your airway?
Yes.
And you like that?
Yes.
Why do you like to make it feel like you're not breathing?
It's not so much as making it feel like I'm not breathing. It's just I don't know how to explain it, but it's just the feeling, period.
It feels good.
Right.
Okay. So earlier you said that you eat toilet paper on the toilet. When you're sitting on the toilet, while you're using the bathroom, while you're doing number 1 and number 2, you eat the toilet paper.
Yes.
And then you sit there for 20 minutes after and eat it?
My legs get numb and everything.
My legs get numb and I'm just sitting there going to the toilet sometimes. So I can only imagine you, like, sitting there even longer.
Yeah.
Who knows about this in your life?
Well, I just recently told, like, everybody.
Yeah?
Yes.
And what was their response?
Well, they crack jokes and make fun of me, but they seriously want help from me.
They want help. Okay.
Yes.
And how much do you eat a day?
I eat like a half a roll a day.
A half a roll a day. And how much do you eat a week?
Like 4 rolls.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about the stomach pain you've been having.
Well, when I was younger, when I was eating it a lot, my stomach was stopped up. Like I couldn't go to the bathroom or anything like that. And I became very weak. So my mom took me to the hospital, and come to find out my intestines was stopped up. Like it was so severe. And they told me that I came in on time, or I would have been like really sick.
You would have been sick. So see, that's so funny to me, because you said that, well, Tyra, the toilet paper, it dissolves in the toilet and it dissolves in my mouth. But it's not dissolving in your intestines. It's getting stopped up.
Right.
Your roommate is here. Your roommate, LaToya. Hi, LaToya.
Hi.
So how long has she gone without going to the bathroom, without doing number 2?
It was like a month. Yeah.
A month?
Yeah.
A month of not going to do number 2?
It's hard. It's like I have to like do a laxative to make myself use it.
Yeah. I've heard of people not going for like 5-6 days and having to be rushed to the hospital for that. But a month? I'm surprised that you're still here alive and did not go to the bathroom for a month. Wow. Okay, with us now is Dr. Shri Kamanduri. He's a stomach doctor who can shed some light on what all these ladies are doing and what it's doing to their bodies. But first, I want to ask you about, you pulled 10 pounds of something from a woman's stomach, and it was all over the news. It like made headlines. What did you pull 10 pounds of from a woman's stomach?
So this was it actually turned out to be a giant hairball. And
a hairball?
This was a
That's hair?
That's hair.
All compacted?
Yeah, This was a young girl who actually came to see us for just having abdominal pain, and her outside doctor had done an x-ray where they thought they saw a big growth in the stomach. When we looked at the x-ray, it actually looked like a foreign body. So subsequently we did a test where we looked with a camera into the stomach called an endoscopy, and this is what we saw. It was so large we had to send her for surgery, and they removed it. And subsequently she did well. She went on to have some behavioral therapy on controlling the underlying
to help her with eating
problem.
her hair. Would she pull it out of her scalp and eat it?
Yeah, so it was just a very repetitive behavior where she would not even think about it, and she'd be
That's like the shape of a stomach. You guys see that? Doesn't it remind you of like an anatomical shape? Okay, so what are these girls, are they going through the same exact thing that the person that did the hair, eating the hair, went through?
You know, I think, first of all, one thing that's important for us to distinguish is there are things that are eating disorders that we normally consider things like anorexia and bulimia. On the other end, there are things like eating habits that we would call unusual, which fall into these types of situations. More importantly, it's really important for us as physicians, as family, as friends, to not look at it as strange, as bizarro, as weird, because in actuality it probably represents underlying physiological or psychological disorder that's going on. And more importantly, our focus should be on trying to figure out what that is and how we can help them.
What do you think about Daria with the eating of the scabs?
So in the situation of a scabs, that would be a little different than the other two, and that's usually an extension from something we call an obsessive-compulsive type of personality. So you've heard of OCD and that type of thing, and it's important, again, to recognize that because we have to get her to the right therapy.
So she needs to get the help for that. And then Kirsten, with the chalk.
And the chalk, when we talk about the chalk and we also talk about the toilet paper, there's a condition that's called pica, and pica is when we tend to eat things we normally don't consider as food in large amounts for an extended period of time. Now, there are normal physiological conditions like pregnancy that can lead to that, which resolve after pregnancy. But it can also be a sign of underlying significant nutritional deficiency, like iron loss, and it can also be a sign of a neurological or psychiatric condition. That's why it's really important for us to identify it and get them
and it's important that you guys are speaking today because so many people have your issue, but they're scared to talk about it. So you're very brave. And we've arranged for Kirsten to get some help. The Cadwalder Behavioral Clinic right outside of Houston, outside of your hometown, is going to help you with your disorder because you have a baby inside of your stomach.
Thank you, Tyra.
And they've heard of that. And I'm so happy that you came here. I'm so happy that you tasted that comment, but put it down because you understand that there's a life inside of you.
Right.
That wants to help your mom. We've also arranged for Daria and Lanika to get professional help in your hometowns, too. So this is no longer going to be a problem that you have to live with. And I know your roommate, I heard that she said that she's tired of the toilet paper being gone, right? That's what I heard, and you want her to get some help so that you ain't have to be like, where's the toilet paper? Can somebody get the toilet paper? All right, we'll be right back. Good luck to you guys, okay?